Yo, what's going on, guys? Crispy Flakes here. So the Dallas Mavericks have been eliminated from the NBA playoffs in the Western Conference Finals versus the Golden State Warriors. And I think we can all agree that this team is so close. I think we can all agree that despite the shortcomings, we can see a path this offseason where the Mavericks can make a few tweaks. I don't think any big-time major changes, a few tweaks, and really get this team right back here next NBA season. I think the issue with the squad was that Luka Doncic really took the putting the team on my back and took it to that gear of, okay, it was good enough to get to the Western Conference Finals, but at some point you need a little bit more than that. I think the other best example of that is years ago, I believe in 2007, when LeBron James carried the Cleveland Cavaliers to the NBA Finals and got swept by the Spurs. Like, eventually you just meet a fully complete team, man, and that's what the Mavericks have to become. And that doesn't mean I'm sitting here trying to disrespect guys like Jalen Brunson, who I think had really, really good moments. I think you bring back Jalen Brunson, I think you see if, hopefully it wasn't just like a one postseason wonder, and this is just really the trajectory for the rest of his career. I think guys like Dorian Finney-Smith had really good moments, but also really inconsistent moments. I think guys like, I don't know, man, even like Reggie Bullock, he had the, the game he went like 0 for 10 or something like that, but then he came back and had a really nice game. And I think that's what we have to find for Luka, is we have to find some players that you can just rely on a little bit more. Because if you're, up here, then down here, then the superstar player is not going to feel comfortable relying on you in the long term, man. So for today's video, we're going to head over to NBA 2K22. I'm going to give you guys my perfect Dallas Mavericks rebuild. Now, I'm not going to say this is going to be 100% realistic because nobody can predict the future, but it is my best just estimation of what the team needs to bring in, man. So let's go ahead and rebuild the Dallas Mavericks. Okay, guys, we are in the NBA offseason, so kind of like the focus that I think I'm going to go with here, and just kind of like the TLDR on the different players. Luka, obviously building around him, no doubt about that. Jalen Brunson, I want to re-sign. Like, he's a restricted free agent, I believe, and we can give him the money he's looking for. Like, I think that that's a risk willing to take, and I think, teams are always looking for point guards / shooting guards, and even if Jalen Brunson didn't work out for us, I still think that'd be a good trade chip later on. Dorian Finney-Smith, I still really like, man. I think his contract's absolutely fantastic for what he can bring to the team. Dinwiddie's on the one-year deal, backup point guard, still plan keeping him. But also, he could be a trade chip in certain circumstances. I don't want to say he's untouchable. I do think, Luka is the only untouchable, and Jalen Brunson is like our short-term, like, let's see how this pans out. But beyond that, man, like, like some really good shooters and specialty players. I'm just trying to build more of like a team that Luka can rely on, and going for, maybe like a different type of center. I don't think Dwight Powell and Klebo are always like the greatest choices out there. They're fine role players, but looking for a little something different, man. So, yes, as far as the NBA draft goes, I don't know their draft situation. I'm going to assume it's not great based off making the Western Conference Finals, but it might be a good opportunity to trade the pick away and try to bring a veteran into the team here. So let's go to the trade finder and just see what our pick is offered up for. Is the 26th pick in the draft. Maybe we can toss that in with like Davis Bertans, who's got 2 years on his deal, trade him to a rebuilding team and try to save that $16 million. I think that's probably our best bet right here. And Dwight Powell on $11 million, that's not bad for a backup role. So I think we'll keep him around. Reggie Bullock's, I mean, Reggie's cool. He got the team option and everything like that. But I think we can probably do a little bit better, man. I'm not going to lie. So maybe toss in both those guys, try to get rid of 2 bad contracts and the draft pick here. And here we got one with the 76ers. So I guess even from like a rebuild standpoint, don't got to be like a rebuilding team. Like, this is a team that could use Davis Bertans and Reggie Bullock's, more shooting around Joel Embiid. So, and plus Matisse Thybulle is a guy that's on the trade block. So I already really like that. Plus that defense of Matisse could definitely be very nice. Kevin Love not looking to do that. Reggie Jackson, Luke Kennard. Okay. DeAndre Hunter, interesting. But I think this trade, I definitely want to focus more on saving the money with it, man. So, yeah, let's, what else we got here? All right, that's all looking pretty good. Let's do this trade. I like this one, man. Matisse Thybulle and Niang save us quite a bit of money. That's completely fine with me. So, yeah, rookie signings. I don't think we had any other draft picks, maybe some second rounders. But, yeah, so I'm not going to grab that dude. Team player options. So, Klebo with the $9 million deal. I think I'm going to decline it. If I can re-sign him on a little bit of a cheaper contract, I'll do that. But once again, we're trying to really, really save some money here. Josh Green, let's bring him back. $3 million. I mean, let's see what he can turn into. Should be completely fine. Qualifying offers. nothing with that. So yeah, is Brunson restricted? I don't know, man. I'm a little nervous about it, if I'm being honest. The old man wants $31 million. $31 million. And we do have the bird rights on him, so we can go over the cap or the hard cap, I believe, to get him. But that is going to leave us lack in other departments. But I don't want to play around. I do want to get Brunson back on the team. So let's get him re-signed. $25 million. It says he was restricted. No, he's unrestricted. So we can't play around here, man. We got to give the man his money. We got to really believe in him here. So that's the most I can offer him up is $28 million. It's not letting me go any higher than that. So I know why he's asking for $31 million. Come on, 2K, please. Okay, Jalen Brunson seems he's pretty cool about it so far. I think he's going to be back. Jalen Brunson. Okay, that's good. So we got Jalen. Now at this point, we can kind of fill in some of the other gaps and everything, do some trades, and work it like that. Eric Gordon would be a nice low-key signing. Maybe like our Reggie Bullock's replacement, a guy that can handle the basketball a little bit more would be nice. Create for himself, but also play off Luka. So yeah, Eric Gordon would be a nice, solid choice. Hopefully that rating don't drop too much for him. Kyle Anderson even. What about Thaddeus Young maybe? I mean, I'm really like getting us to where we want to be, but still solid players nonetheless. Like I could still see both these guys being on the squad. Hopefully we get them both on there. We got Eric Gordon, Kyle Anderson. Did not have enough for Kyle Anderson. Okay, so our money situation at this point is not very crispy, but that's all good. Let's get Maxey back for sure, man. He'll probably be our backup power forward with Dwight Powell being at center. We kept Powell. I don't remember if we kept Powell or not. But yeah, Maxey will get back on the squad, so that's cool. Besides for that, I am going to simulate to the beginning of the regular season. Okay, so at this point, the roster is really not that different yet. Jalen Brunson went up to an 86 overall. For whatever reason, Luka fell down to a 94. I don't really believe that too much, man. But yeah, we still got quite a bit of moves to make. And I think one move that I really want to do for the squad here is I want to see what they want for... I guess let's do trade finder for this one, man. Let's see if there's some good trades up like that first. My Detroit Pistons. You know, I know that Jeremy Grant is probably looking for a team where he can have like a good scoring role, but also compete. And I think that's good for the Mavericks. Like he's on a 1-year deal. And I think with Jeremy Grant, like Luka needs more players that you can give the ball to, can create for himself, but also, you know, Jeremy Grant can play as a role player at times too. I think that's a good circumstance, like a good just... Oh, man, they only want Jalen Brunson for him, man. We get Diallo out of it, but I don't know if I'm quite feeling that. We might see if we can find our own trade with this one. Yeah, man, let's see if we can do our own thing up in here. And that's just the difficult part where it's like when you don't have like a lot of like big attractive trade assets. Like you can have trade assets, but not like anything that anybody's like really looking heavy at or nothing. So Jeremy Grant, here we go. We're going to have to offer up. Let's go with Tim Hardaway. And... probably have to toss in like a young player too. Let's toss in Josh Green, 2-star right there with that. And that might just be enough by itself. And they have agreed to that offer. Okay, so Josh Green gets to go on the Detroit Pistons, more of a rebuilding team. Tim Hardaway from the Michigan area, so that's pretty cool for about that. And we end up getting Jeremy Grant, which is great. He's probably going to be our starting small forward with Dorian Finney-Smith at power forward. But the next thing I definitely want to address is the center position, because that is something where it's like I think this team could use a better center with things. So Dinwiddie is cool, but I think I'd be okay with Eric Gordon handling the basketball off the bench and just finding a different type of point guard. I think that Dinwiddie is probably one of our better trade pieces that we still have left. So let's offer him up in a trade. Let's toss in, I forgot about we got Thibault on the team here. Let's toss in, I'm going to toss in I'm going to toss the Thibault. I don't really see him playing on the team too much, to be honest. And a future first-round pick, and maybe that will get us something pretty solid. But looking for that center position, and by center, I mean just, I don't know, man, like something better than what we got here. You know what I'm saying? And these trades, Jonas Valanciunas and Devontae Graham. Interesting. So with this trade, we do have to take on Devontae Graham's contract, which I'm not a huge fan of. But Jonas Valanciunas, very underrated center. I think he'd be a nice addition to the team. Definitely like that trade. It looks like probably our best bet to get a pretty solid player now. But I guess if anything, Devontae could still be our backup point guard. Like he's going to replace Dinwiddie. That looks good to me, man. Let's go ahead and do this trade. I love it. Okay. I'm actually really liking this squad. It's coming better, a lot better than I thought it would, if I'm being honest. Giannis. All right, player positions. So we want Dorian Finney is 6'7". How tall is Jeremy Grant? 6'8". Okay, so that doesn't really matter. Let's put Jeremy Grant at small forward, secondary power forward. Klebo I want to put as a backup power forward, secondary center. We'll go with that. Devontae, that's good. That's good right there. Dorian Finney, yup. Luka, yup. Okay, I think that is solid. I like it, man. I like it. I'm liking the team. So, looking at the lineup, Luka, Brunson, Jeremy, Maxi Kleber, Dorian Finney as the starter. I think I'm cool with it like this. Because Kleber's going to space the floor out, which is going to be good. And Dorian Finney, I think, is jack of all trade. And his defense will be highly, just good to utilize off the bench. Playing with Eric Gordon, Dwight Powell, Devontae Graham. Yup, 9-man rotation. This is pretty perfect to me, man. It's about as good as I think it could get for us based off the circumstance. So let's get Jeremy playing about 32 a game. You right there. Dorian Finney, yes, actually, let's put Kleber back down to about 24. And we'll get Dorian Finney at about 29 a game. I'm debating on putting him as a secondary center, but I don't think I'm going to do that. But it would be kind of nice for like small ball. But Cleveland can also play a little center if needed to, man. So pretty perfect, I would say. I think it's pretty realistic too, at least to some extent. I mean, I guess Valanciunas hit or miss with that, but I don't think it's like the most abnormal trade in the entire world. So we have that going for us. System proficiency, 4-star perimeter-centric team. Another thing I always like to look at is the shooting tendencies. That just like allows 2K to know like how often you want guys to shoot for your team, which is important. And you know, it changes based off the offense that they're in and everything like that. So 87, 80, 84. I think I want Brunson being the second shooting guy on this team. We'll get Jeremy down to an 80. Valanciunas at a 65. Let's go with that. Dorian Finney. I want to shoot a little bit more off the bench. I think he can do that for the squad. Kleba, if he's open, but that's about it with him. And outside of that, not really any other changes to make here, man. Let's go ahead and simulate this NBA season and see how this new look Dallas Mavericks team can do. Okay, guys, end of the NBA season. First in the Western Conference and in the power ranking, which I think is definitely realistic for next season. I think, Luka obviously is that guy. I think he's going to come back angry, and I think he's going to make a running MVP, man. I really do believe that. One more game against the Memphis Grizzlies, 56-win team for us, by the way. Simulate the rest of the regular season and finish with a W. And hey, man, there you have it. Luka, MVP, 27 points, 11 rebounds, 9 assists. Jabari Smith as Rookie of the Year on the Rockets. Interesting. Colin Sexton, 6-man. Rudy Gobert, defensive player. By the way, Mavericks, stay away from Rudy Gobert. Nothing against the guy, but do not spend all that money on Rudy Gobert. Like, there's better options out there. I promise you that. PJ is most improved. Like PJ Washington, man. No, actually wouldn't be a bad option, at least at the power forward position. All-NBA first, All-NBA second, and All-NBA third looking like that. For some reason, it's nice to see Kawhi Leonard back, man. Good and healthy. Is that not his laugh? I forgot it. But let's go to these player stats here, man. So we have Luka. We know his stat line. Jalen Brunson. Pretty much the same numbers he averaged in the NBA playoffs, which is a good indicator. It was not just like a one-hit wonder type of thing. 22, 4, and 6. Jeremy Grant, 18 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists per game, which, let's go, like, I know, like, these numbers aren't going to be accurate, but, like, yeah, about around the same averages as the Detroit Pistons. Actually a little bit more efficient, playing off Luka Doncic, not having to be the number one option, but still getting number one option opportunities, I think is very important. Valanciunas was really good. I thought he was a good, the type of center we needed. Eric Gordon, amazing off the bench. Dorian Finney, amazing off the bench. Devontae Graham, played basketball. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay. Somebody playing first round. Oh, Phoenix Suns the 8th seed? Damn, CP3 must have fell off, baby. Simulate round, see how this goes. And, okay, got him 4 games to 2. You love to see it. You love to see it, man. Close out 34, 13, 14 for Luka, 24, 12, and 11 for Brunson, 21 points for Eric Gordon. Next up, we got Jokic and the Denver Nuggets. So I think Jokic, it was just reported today, he's going to be signed like a Supermax, which we all kind of probably predicted that. Simulate round here. And got them 4 games to 2, man. 4 games to 2. Close out looking like this. 26 for Jeremy Grant. Yo, look at that. 25, 17, and 13. Man, it's crazy. Next up, we got the 7th seed Minnesota. So we got kind of lucky there. Looks like seeding is on our side today for the simulation. Simulate round against them. And got them 4 games to 1. Oh, baby. Y'all seeing this finals? Oh, that would be something to watch. Trae Young versus Luka Doncic, the guys that are always going to be connected at the hip because of the draft night, man. All right, let's go ahead. Simulate round, we'll see how it goes. And what happened? Did we win it, man? and we won. This really was the perfect rebuild. Like, I know it's just like a one-season thing, Finals MVP Luka Doncic, but that was kind of the point of this, like an off-season type of guide, type of video. And yeah, this team, I think it's realistic. I really do. So that's all we got for this video, man. Thank you all so much for watching, and peace out, my friends.